The globe is engulfed in an eclipse frenzy. But why is this particular eclipse so significant? Today's total solar eclipse offers scientists a unique opportunity. In addition to being a breathtaking celestial show that they won't soon forget, it will enable them to investigate a range of events, providing important new information on the physics of the Sun, Earth's atmosphere, and their interactions. It is truly night and day when comparing a partial eclipse with 99% coverage to a total eclipse with 100% coverage. Even if you are unable to reach the road of totality, it will undoubtedly be a memorable day for science and society. The eclipse is almost here, following months of anticipation, preparation, and waiting. If you are lucky enough to have clear skies at this rare heavenly alignment, it will be a marvel to witness. For a brief period, the moon's face will precisely align with the sun's from Earth's perspective, obstructing the majority of the star's light and leaving only the faint white glow known as the corona, which is the sun's outer atmosphere. Totality, the name of this phase, will be quite striking. The temperature will drop, the sky will become pitch black like it is nighttime, and animals like insects and birds may behave abnormally. The moon will gradually recede, allowing dazzlingly bright specks of light to show through, and then retreat to disclose an increasing portion of the sun's disk as soon as you become accustomed to the sight. According to Technion Israel Institute of Technology astrophysicist Haggai Peretz, the most exciting parts of a total solar eclipse are the sudden twilight effect that occurs in the middle of the day, the appearance of the corona, and sometimes large, bright features erupting from the sun's surface called prominences. Planets and stars, which are typically only visible at night, may also be briefly visible. You're in for a show, even if you're not on the path of totality. A partial eclipse, which is simply the sight of the sun partially hidden by the moon's black face, is cool in and of itself, and most of the United States will be able to see one during this event. Select the ideal location to see the eclipse. The best place to watch the sun fully eclipsed by the moon is along the path of totality. Beginning over Sinaloa, Mexico, totality will finally pass over the Canadian island of Newfoundland after passing over a number of significant American cities, including Dallas, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Buffalo, New York, and Burlington, Vermont. Verify the weather. The weather will play a major role, and eclipse predictions are subject to last-minute changes. If possible, try to keep your plans flexible and choose a specific spot that has the least amount of cloud cover. Author of Total Addiction: The Life of an Eclipse Chaser and Eclipse Chaser Kate Russo says, "You can choose locations that give you the best chance of clear skies. But as we are finding right now, there are never any guarantees. I always have two plans, A and B, and occasionally C. It's a good idea to monitor the public safety advisories and traffic patterns in the locations you're thinking about. Bring the appropriate equipment. The most crucial item to bring to any eclipse viewing is a pair of eclipse glasses, which will protect your eyes from the sun's damaging rays, both before and after totality. You can remove them during a solar eclipse because the corona's glow won't damage your eyes and the sun's direct light will be covered. Additionally, using cameras, telescopes, and binoculars to observe the sun safely requires the use of special solar filters. See our guide to eclipse photography equipment if you plan to capture images of the event with a camera. Naturally, bring plenty of water and food. My first sighting of a total eclipse across the United States occurred in 2017, and like many other Americans, it hooked me on eclipses. Instead of marking the event off my bucket list, I decided to witness another total eclipse as soon as I could because it was such an amazing sight. It's almost compulsive, according to Russo. After I witnessed my first eclipse, then my second, third, and so on, it was incredibly strong until my seventh or eighth. It is still very strong, but I am also driven to support community eclipse planning and spread the experience of totality to others because of a compulsion. I have to help them experience it. In addition to being an amazing spectacle, the eclipse will provide scientists with a unique chance to get new insights into the sun. Despite being our star, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about the sun, says Amar Kaspi, a solar physicist at the Southwest Research Institute. He and his crew are going to film the eclipse by pursuing it in NASA aircraft that are equipped with specialized equipment. Astonishingly hot, roughly 200 times hotter than the surface. The researchers want to understand more about the physics of the corona. It feels like a campfire gets warmer the farther you walk away from it, Caspi explains. Several programs are seeking volunteers to assist in data collection during the eclipse. so you too may take part in science during the event. Check out this list of alternatives for crowdsourced eclipse research. Additionally, you may always watch the eclipse online if you are unable to reach the path of totality, or if clouds prevent you from going where you had planned to. It will be time to begin preparing for the next eclipse as soon as this one ends. These incredible solar eclipse facts are provided. The most amazing view during totality will be from the sun's corona, which is a blazing halo of plasma-hot, ionized gas encircling the moon's outline. The sun was approaching a solar minimum in 2017, the year that the last total solar eclipse to cross the U.S. mainland occurred. That eclipse covered a region that extended from Oregon to South Carolina. The solar activity cycle is an 11-year cycle that the sun goes through. It is distinguished by discernible variations in solar activity and sunspot count on a regular basis. This activity is driven by variations in the sun's magnetic field, reaching a maximum and low roughly every 11 years. The sun had just reached a quiet phase during the 2017 complete solar eclipse that passed over the United States. However, the sun is at its most active during this year's total solar eclipse, which will provide us with a unique perspective of the solar corona during totality, according to University of Sussex astronomer Dr. Darren Baskill. The term solar maximum refers to this time of highest activity. Additionally, this is the location of maximum solar activity in terms of both frequency and intensity. This indicates that this year has seen an increase in sunspots and solar flares. And for us, this means that the corona surrounding the moon's whole silhouette will be more visually stunning and fascinating. Some of the other planets in the solar system will briefly come into view, and they will show up as a slightly crooked line. Venus will be the brightest object in the sky, visible to the right of the eclipse, at minus 3.78 magnitude. The lower the magnitude, the brighter the object. Additionally, you should be able to distinguish a properly positioned Jupiter to the left. Mars and Saturn will be seated near one another, but outside of Venus. They may be a little harder to find, but they do exist. Unfortunately, Mercury will be too faint to view with the unaided eye, while it is lingering near to the left side of the sun. But since the moon blocks out the sun's brightness, we won't just be able to see the planets. It's possible that we'll catch a glimpse of the uncommon Devil Comet, also known as 12P/Ponsbrookes, which could be visible to the unaided eye. The Devil Comet, so named because of its peculiar horned appearance, will pass close to Jupiter, in between Jupiter and the eclipse, if it is bright enough. The 2024 complete solar eclipse is unique in and of itself because of the planet's alignment, the sun's zenith, and the possibility of seeing a rare comet in the same area of the sky. But there's still more. The road of totality is not only cutting across Mexico, the United States, and Canada, but it has also chosen to pass through actual human habitations. To put it plainly, a greater proportion of people can see this eclipse. It wouldn't be nearly as interesting to compare this to an eclipse that occurs over the ocean, or, for that matter, a less populous region like Antarctica. Millions of Americans will have the chance to witness the eclipse without having to travel far, even though thousands of people, many of them from the UK, will be traveling to watch it. Like, comment, and share this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button before leaving. Thanks for watching.